Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Welcome back to Morning Breath. Today, we have a bit of an explainer for you music types or any other types who would like to engage in the practice of booking a ton of shows like we do.
A how-to, if you will. We are constantly getting asked by other musicians, how do you book so many shows?
Yeah.
And we want to share because you can too. And we don't like coveting information. We believe in community. Right now, we are averaging about 20 shows a month. Kind of have to stay between the 18 and 22 range in order to survive. You can book as many shows as you want to or as little as you want to, depending on what you want to do for your income. The keynote here is follow up, follow up, follow up, follow up, follow up, follow up, follow up again. It might take 8 emails before somebody writes you back. You're never going to bother them. One of the biggest things that I hear is, oh, well, I don't want to bug them. It's not going to happen. You're just going to look persistent. They're going to want to book the people who are more serious about it first. You have to figure out which venues you want to play at also, because we do both covers and originals. We do cover shows, we do original shows, and we do cover/original shows because, again, we have to do everything in order to make this work. And we get a lot of fans that way, too. They'll come and say, we'll come see our original showcase. We're playing an hour of all original music tomorrow. And they'll show up because they want to hear it. And then you've got fans. So it's kind of a winning situation for us. But I do know a lot of artists who they don't want to do covers, or artists who they don't write original music. There are venues for you too, and you got to find out which of those venues are right for you. The biggest tip that we can give you for that is find other artists that are like yourself and copy their tour schedule. So find out where they're playing and pick a city that you want to play in. And if they're getting booked and they're a lot like you, chances are you're probably going to get booked at that venue too. Reverb Nation is a great tool to find other artists in certain cities and just look at their schedule. It's funny because it's kind of something that we were a little bit shy about at first because it seems like it could be rude, but you're not stealing their contact information. You're just finding out where they're playing, and then you contact that venue yourself. You're still doing all the legwork on
exactly.
your own. So don't feel bad about that. In fact, we encourage other people to do it, and we've had other artists encourage us to do the same. So nobody's upset about this. Go for it. Another tip that we like to give other artists is just go on tour. Our first tour was 2 shows, 2 cities.
Yep.
We were living in Nashville, and we knew we wanted to be a touring duo, but neither of us really knew what we were doing or how to go about it, and we've both been on tours before. So we literally just picked St. Louis, because that's where Ed's from, and Kansas City, because we have friends there, and we did 1 show in each city. I think we probably broke even, maybe.
Yeah.
And that was it. And then guess what? The next tour was 5 shows. The next tour was 11 shows. The tour after that was 20 shows. And then the last tour was like 50-something.
You see where we're going with this?
Yeah. It's kind of like going to the gym. You got to just do it once, break the ice, and then the rest will come a lot easier. If you don't want to go on tour and you want to stay local, go do some open mics.
Yeah, that's probably the quickest way you're going to find out. You're going to make connections in town and find places to play.
There are 2 other little tips that I can give you that are probably the last thing that anybody thinks of. The first one is Facebook is a great way to contact venues now. Send them a Facebook message. They might respond more that way than they will to email. If you're anything like me, you're probably on Facebook way more than you're on your email.
If you go to a venue's page, they kind of list how responsive that page is. So it behooves a venue to say, we need to respond to all these messages because it makes our Facebook profile look better.
And the other big thing is something that none of us do anymore. Pick up the phone and call. Ta-da! 60% of the time, maybe even more, the email address that is listed on the website at the venue is going to be wrong. So you have to call the venue. You have to look and see what their hours are. I make reminders for myself in my phone. I'll set alarms saying, 4 o'clock, call this place that opens. Or if I call earlier and Janelle's who I need to talk to and Janelle's not there, but she's going to be there at 4:30. I'll make a little alarm in my phone, call Janelle at 4:30 with the phone number and everything, so I remember to do it because it's a lot to remember. Find out who you need to talk to. Find out what nights of the week they do music. I always ask, is it better that I email the person or should I talk to them on the phone? And the answer is always different. It's usually going to be email. Even the people who get back to me on Facebook say, oh yeah, let's do this. Email me here. Always get an email confirmation. Gigs, they're going to fall out from under you. And there's really nothing you can do about it. You just kind of got to swallow it and walk away. You're usually not going to get any money out of it either if it was a guarantee, and that's okay. You just try and make up for it somewhere else and try and get something out of it.
If you get an email confirmation, you have a record you can look back at and say, oh, okay, we are confirmed for this date at this venue. If you notice the venue has double booked you ahead of time, you can say, well, no, look, here's the email that says we were scheduled for this day, so how do we move forward?
Yeah, that just happened to us in New Mexico on our tour. It actually really screwed us because we were supposed to stop there on our way back to Denver and ended up turning into a 12-hour car ride instead of 6 hours. But we were able to show them the email, and they didn't offer us any money or nothing. They had no opening slot, which was kind of disappointing. But they did say, look, we'll book you this is clearly our mistake. We'll book you anytime you want in the future. Just name the day. And that's what happened. And we're playing there again next month on tour. Yeah, always look at their website before you go play the show. It's another lesson we learned. Send flyers if you can. That also really helps with the confirmation and with the promotion of the show. They take you seriously if they're going to want you back. Google searches are great. A big Google search that I like to do per city when I'm figuring out where to play. Either bars with live music in X city or venues with acoustic, because we're acoustic, depending on what you're booking for. Venues with small acoustic audiences, something like that, and then see what comes up. If you're booking a tour, map out your tour, pick your dates and where you're going to go and when, and then start filling it in, because it can get really overwhelming otherwise. And that's a great way to make sure that you're kind of driving in a good direction here and not kind of ping-ponging around the country.
Yeah, make sure you geographically line it up first. You don't want to really do a 12-hour drive on your own. So
no, I would cap it. If you're on your own, I would cap it at 6. But, there's 2 of us, and Ed does most, if not all, the driving anyway. If this is something that you want to do full-time, booking is a full-time job. It's something that you're really going to have to dedicate most of your day to when you start booking your tour or your shows. So you really are going to have to set aside some hours to sit down at your computer and start sending out those emails, and then being organized about how you're going to follow up with them and follow up again and follow up again and follow up again. Like I said, I cannot stress that enough. The other thing that we wanted to tell you guys is get together a booking sheet with all of your information. Song list and bio and a rockin' photo. Those things have helped us immensely on getting shows. We finally just got this looking the way that we want it to. We're getting comments about it, and I feel like we're getting shows easier. Also, because our calendar is full, I think it also helps us get shows a little bit easier, because other venues look and they say, oh, they're playing all these places, we should have them too. Get YouTube videos. You always want to send samples of your music when you're booking shows. Make sure you're on all the social media outlets. Just get out there and do it. Be seen, be vocal, talk to everybody, and you will get to the point that you want to be at.
What's the song for today?
Today we want to do a song called Across the Universe. It is a well-known Beatles song that was brought back to light by the movie Across the Universe. We just really like this song a lot, and we started doing it recently, and it's been going over pretty well, so we thought this would be a fun one to do for you.
Without further ado, Across the Universe by the Beatles.
Words are flowing out like endless rain into a paper cup. They slither wildly as they slip away across the universe. Pools of sorrow, waves of joy are drifting through my open mind, possessing and caressing me. Jai Guru Deva. Nothing's gonna change my world. images of broken light which dance before me like a million eyes. They call me on and on across the universe. Thoughts meander like a restless wind inside a letterbox. They tumble blindly as they make their way across the universe. Jai Guru Deva. Oh, nothing's gonna change my world. 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 Sounds of laughter, shades of life are ringing through my open ears, inciting and inviting me. Limitless, undying love which shines around me like a million suns. It calls me on and on across the universe. Jai Guru Deva. Oh, nothing's gonna change my world. 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 Jai Guru Deva. Jai Guru Deva. Jai Guru Deva. Jai Guru Deva.
Thanks so much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe. If you'd like to support us, as many of our wonderful patrons do on Patreon, please visit patreon.com/Whitherward. You can start at $1 a video, and you'll get some pretty nifty perks from it.
We love you guys. Thank you for your support. We could not do it without you, so thanks for keeping us going. And we'll see you next time.
Nice.
Uke Smash.